Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another Queen of the Ring qualifier match. Now, there's a reason this one has taken a little bit longer for me to get done, and that's purely because I wanted to get the Persona Alexa Bliss card for 2025 to be in this match before, well, instead of using the outdated 2022 or 2023 version. So that's the only reason. Other than that, we are full on going full tit with these matches that are left now. We still have the Oscar, Vicaire, Raquel, and Niall match that we just recently saw on Monday. And then we still have two more Fatal 4-Ways for the men. Now, I am not mad whatsoever that Alexa Bliss won. Not mad whatsoever. And with Oscar winning the last Fatal 4-Way, it's very interesting. Because those two used to be tag team champions. They won the tag team titles, I think it was in 2023 against Damage Control, which is weird. Because then, you know, Oscar would eventually join Damage Control along the side with Kairi Sane with the Kabuki Warriors. But I found it very hilarious when this match was made that Chelsea Green tried to get out of it and tried to postpone it. Hence why we have Alba Fyre. And I'm not even honestly mad at that. Out of the three women in, I guess you could call that little stable or little group of Chelsea Green and the Secret Herbists, I feel like Alba does get the less shine. Especially when Elsa Dawn was fired and they kept Alba Fyre. I definitely think with her being on TV, she got the short end of the stick and not being utilized now. Even more so back then. But now she's got a match, you know, she's been doing something with her, hopefully. Who knows what the long-term goal is. Maybe it was just a placement in the match, you know, to fill a spot. I don't think we were ever given a reason fully as to why Chelsea wasn't going to attend or be there for the match. It would have been great to see Chelsea. If Chelsea was in the match, still Alexa Bliss would have been a fan favorite, and I personally would have wanted Alexa to still win. But the second would have been Chelsea. I'm still a big fan of Charlotte, despite all her hate. I love it. So even her winning would have been great. I don't know. I kind of want to say the ending was botched. Because when Alexa hits Candice with Sister Abigail and goes for the pin, Charlotte's already got the figure 8, figure 4 bridge submission locked in. And once the... oh god, the ref's out. Typical shenanigans for a Fatal 4-Way. But when the 3 count was made, it was like... I want to say 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds after that, you know, you see Alba Fyre tapping her leg. Well, Charlotte's leg, I should say. And I don't know, the disgust on Charlotte's face, you know, and the way she sort of kicks her off, I sort of want to feel like that she was meant to tap at the same time as the hand going down for 3, therefore having both Alexa and Charlotte go through, and then possibly having, instead of the one-on-one semi-final, it would have been a triple threat. But in saying that, also the stuff that they have, Alexa and Charlotte have been doing behind the scenes, the backstage and everything, in the promos, it definitely seems like a feud will be setting up. Now, I kind of want to say that Oscar will go to the semis, and I want to say it's going to be against Perez, but I do think WWE will continue to push Jade Cargill. And then that the semi-final will be Oscar and Jade Cargill. But who knows? Who knows what could happen? And also with our simulated winners of Kairi Sane and Nia Jax, that's gonna be an interesting interesting match. I kind of hope Jax puts the beat down on Kairi Sane for injuring Liv. I won't say she injured Liv, that's wrong, but she was involved in the circumstance, you know. She was there. She was a part of it. She was a witness. A bystander, if you will. But I'm definitely surprised that they didn't give it to Charlotte. It was good to see Candice LeRae in there again. Especially with her being brought back to sort of just be the female partner in the DIYs to sort of, you know, counter Nikki Cross with the Wyatt Six. Which I feel like something's going to lead to that. I mean, it sort of has to, right? You've brought her in to be the equalizer as a third man in the tag team division. But there's only one other female kind of technically in the men's SmackDown tag team, if you count Nikki Cross. But overall, it was a good match. Was not mad at it. Definitely think the Oscar, Bakira, Raquel, and Niall match was the best female one. But we've already had more weapons brought into this match than have been in any of the Fatal 4-Ways, honestly. Which is crazy to me because it would almost incentivize you to use these weapons. Obviously, of course, none of these 4 women are, you know, technically connected to, you know, weapons or the sort of hardcore manner of, you know, just beating the shit out of someone. You know, you had Cora Jade with the baseball bat, Michin with the kendo stick, you know. The weapons were incorporated into the character where none of these women, I feel, have that sort of trait with their character. I mean, you could say Alexa Bliss with the fireball, but yeah, I don't see her popping no fireballs off in anyone's faces anytime soon. Who knows? I could be wrong there. Alright, what are you doing, Alexa? You're just mucking around? No? Oh, guillotine. Oh, guillotine with the bottom rope.
Painful attack focused on the chest.
But who did you guys want to win? I mean, it was probably definitely a obvious fan favorite with the Alexa Bliss, you know, coming back and everything. Oh, that was close and very unexpected. Alba Fyre. Okay. And how many of these girls are bleeding? Bliss, Alba. This is more brutal than any of the other fatal. What were those physics? Surprised Eddie. I'm pretty sure that's Eddie Orango, isn't it? I don't know. Kind of can't tell. But I feel like he's, you know, he's already been knocked down once, so he's probably going to be doing some slow counts. You going to bridge it? There we go. Oh, look at those arms. That look painful. Did she let go? No, I know she doesn't have resiliency because Candice LeRae's 70-something overall. Charlotte and Alexa are the only ones that meet the criteria, of course, Charlotte being in the 90s and this new Alexa Bliss only getting a 2 overall bump from 83 to 85. Which is crazy because her card's 86. You'd think they would at least have some correlation between all the modes of it being the same overall, but no. And Charlotte's just putting on a clinic over here, just Irish whipping that Alba Fyre into the ring, Alexa Bliss into the stairs, and then power slamming fucking Candice onto the outside of the ring. So, you know, she's definitely the powerhouse in this. Oh, she dodges the throne chair by going into the ring. And she goes out of the ring. And picks up the chair that was used to be thrown at her. Okay. And then she throws it. Jesus. Thank God there's no countouts. Because goddamn, I've had to redo so many of these little simulation matches, especially the singles, because of goddamn countouts. So I'm thankful that's not a factor in the Fatal 4-Ways. I mean, could you imagine if Triple Threats and Fatal 4-Ways had countouts? I mean, all you'd have to do is all three of you being fighting, hit that 9 count, one of you run in while the other two are still fighting, and... Well, I suppose title changes don't transfer over from countouts, did they? Do they? I can't remember. I don't think they ever did. Pretty sure countout and DQs were the only way for you to retain through a loss. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. You guys might need to correct me in the comments down below. Charlotte's just been relentless. She is giving no quarter. Which, I mean, you know, it's what she does in real life. What we got going here? Oh, pin attempt. Oh, I was almost thinking, are we finally going to get our sim winner being the same person as the real winner? Because we still have not had that yet. Will Bliss be the first? No, not with this. No. There it is. There it is. Charlotte Flair is our simulation winner. The Queen has done it. In the world of simulation of 2K25, of course. Will she continue on with whoever will be her opponent in the semi-final to become the Queen of the Ring? We'll find out as the rest of these matches develop, I suppose. But if you enjoyed, like, leave a comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can keep up to all my shenanigans. If you feel so inclined, of course. It wouldn't hurt, you know, it's free. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.